Right now, half the nitrogen in your body came from a single chemical process invented in Germany in 1909. You are part natural, part industrial. Right now, inside the soil beneath your feet, microbes are doing something that no human technology has ever replicated at scale. They are breaking one of the strongest chemical bonds in the universe, and without them, every plant on Earth would die within weeks. The nitrogen molecule, N2, makes up 78% of the air around you right now. It is literally everywhere. And yet, it is completely useless to almost every living thing on Earth. The bond holding those two nitrogen atoms together is one of the strongest in chemistry. Plants cannot break it. Animals cannot break it. Only certain bacteria can, using an enzyme called nitrogenase. For the first 4 billion years of life on Earth, only two things could break that bond: a lightning strike or those bacteria. Lightning is rare. Bacteria are everywhere. They are the original fertilizer factory, running for free, powered by sunlight, since before the first plant existed. Then, in 1909, a German chemist named Fritz Haber did something that had never been done before. He broke that bond artificially in a laboratory flask under pressure and heat. He created synthetic ammonia, and by doing so, he accidentally became responsible for the existence of roughly half the human beings alive today. The process he invented, the Haber-Bosch process, uses temperatures of 400 to 550 degrees Celsius and pressures 200 times greater than normal atmosphere to force nitrogen and hydrogen to react. It currently consumes about 2% of all the energy produced on Earth. It makes 150 million metric tons of ammonia every year. It is the single largest chemical process in human history. But here is what no one warned us about. The Redfield ratio, the precise formula of carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus that all living organisms maintain to survive, is 106 to 16 to 1. That ratio is written into biology at a fundamental level. When you flood an ecosystem with nitrogen and phosphorus at the wrong ratio, you do not grow more life. You trigger a collapse. When too much nitrogen and phosphorus reach a body of water, algae explode in number, a bloom visible from space. When those algae die, bacteria decompose them and consume all the available oxygen in the water. What remains is a dead zone, an area of ocean where almost nothing can breathe. Today, there are over 400 of them worldwide. In the 1980s, there were 162. The 2024 dead zone in the Gulf of Mexico covered 6,705 square miles. That is roughly the size of the entire state of New Jersey. Underwater, suffocating, every single summer. And now, climate change is adding another layer. Biological nitrogen fixation, the bacteria doing the original work, is 3 times more sensitive to heat than photosynthesis. As temperatures rise, those bacteria speed up dramatically. They will produce more nitrogen than plants can absorb. The surplus floods the system. It is a runaway feedback loop written into chemistry. Now, here is the fact about silicon that will genuinely change how you see a grain of sand. Silicon is absorbed by plants and deposited as microscopic glass beads inside their cells. These are called phytoliths, and they are not decoration. They are tiny vaults. When the plant dies, those glass beads trap carbon inside them and hold it locked in the soil for 6,000 years. Silicon also unlocks phosphorus that is already in your soil, but chemically trapped. When dissolved silicon enters the soil, it competes with phosphorus for the same binding sites and wins. The phosphorus is pushed into the root zone, where plants can finally reach it. You do not add new fertilizer. You unlock what was already there. And the source of this silicon? The rice straw most farmers currently burn. Scientists have mapped the absolute limits within which life on Earth can safely operate. They call them planetary boundaries. 6 of the 9 have been crossed. The 2 most severely exceeded are the nitrogen and phosphorus cycles, the 2 cycles in this video. We are not approaching the edge. We crossed it decades ago. Here is what makes this genuinely extraordinary. The cycles that are most broken are also the ones that feed the most people. Nitrogen and phosphorus are what allowed 8 billion humans to exist. The same chemistry that created our civilization is the chemistry we are pushing past its limits. We are not destroying nature as a side effect of progress. We are consuming the very foundation that progress was built on. Soil microbes ran this system for 4 billion years without needing a PhD, factories, or global energy, as this invisible engine was already operating before human intervention. Having broken it, the most urgent question in science today is whether we can fix this system before it stops running for good.